Let's practice our Tai Chi walk now, coming forward. Okay? So, unlike the 10 form, the 16 and the 24 require linear movements. So Tai Chi walk is the foundation. So unless we get our feet work really well, or our hands will mimic if they're done well, okay? Good Tai Chi posture, hands at your waist, pivot with your right heel, walk in the zigzag direction, 2 hips addressed, bear down on your right, out on an L, hardly any weight, because the weight now drifts from the bottom of your foot all the way through your system, through your chest and through your shoulders, and down as a bow stance. Okay, that's very important. Sit back, sit down, twist out to the left, 2 hips in that direction. L stance, move the energy all across, then turn the hips and waist, bow stance. And at bow stance, you should have felt your shoulders even dropping a little bit more, getting that sense of groundingness, gravity taking care of you. Now you can release some of that energy and put it all the way back onto the back foot to allow the right heel to pivot out because it's weightless. Walk in that direction, put your heel out. Do not put much weight there because all the energy needs to then move through the system and come across and come down softly on a bow stance. Knee not beyond the toe, and the back knee should not be locked. And it should never be dipped, okay? So here, let's do an experiment. So you say, my knee is not locked, but let's really lock it. Let's stiffen it up. Now, do you feel that the knee is not only locked, but there's a shift in your Tai Chi posture? Now, do the other extreme. Dip this back knee down. Oh my goodness, we are going to fall. There's nothing keeping us firm to the ground. Therefore, we come up a little bit, but do not lock. Okay? But I should see your knee pretty straight, but not dipped and not stiff up like this, okay? So that's that in-between stage that we need to find and get that sensation. Sitting back and sitting down. Twist out on a zigzag to the left, 2 hips in that direction. Heel out. You're gonna move the energy all the way through, then flatten down, bow stance. Drop that shoulder even more. Sit back and sit down to alleviate the weight of the front, to allow it to twist out. Walk in that right direction, heel out. Use that energy to move that you've saved so well. Turn the hips and waist down. Sit back and sit down. Twist out, walk in the left zigzag. Heel, move the energy all the way through the system, flatten down, bow. So in this deliberate walking and slow pace, we're trying to build muscle strength and understanding. It's not because I want enough time to, only want the time to, or that duration to direct you, but also to build the strength that we need. So in Tai Chi, if the better we can hold our weight all on one foot, the cleaner and the more relaxation we are able to do, okay? Not asking you to go for that 100%, but always know that over time, one limb or one side of our body should be able to take that weight of our entire body. A little better for better balance. Last one. Twist out, shift weight, heel. Move that energy all the way through the system. Don't shortcut it and put it just to the waist. And then come down, and that's when you get this shoulder dropping down, okay? All right, you can go back to your regular spot. And let's see if we can come forward using our 16 now, okay? But first starting at the clock wall. Dropping those shoulders, sinking your chest, tucking your butt. Thinking through that it's a 16 form, and we're going to come forward after we commence. Commencing form. Shift weight to the right, 60, 70, 80, 90 on the toe, off the ground, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Hands rotate, take a deep breath in, use your core to draw up that water. At shoulder level, reverse the process using the core to make yourself small. Shift weight to the right as you form your ball on a T stance. Step out on the heel, turn the hips and waist, move that energy, bottom hand advances to part the wild horse's mane. Sit back and sit down, twist out as if you're walking in the zigzag direction. Hold your ball, heel out, move the energy, bottom hand advances, part, and final 2. Half step forward means that the back foot goes on its toe while you hold your ball. You're gonna spin by dropping your right shoulder, lifting up the left hand on the toe of your front, set it off the ground, white crane spreads its wings. Drop the front foot, tuck the elbow in towards the center, then drop that hand down to bisect as you swirl back to look back. Multitask. 3 things happen. Ear, hand, and heel. Turn the hips and waist, brush knee. Sit back, sit down, twist step. Walk in that zigzag, set it up, all together. Turn the hips and waist, brush knee, 2 and final. Sit back, sit down, twist out. But when you shift your weight, the left hand is higher and the right hand starts to form a fist and keep it to the left hip. Okay? So when we shift our weight, these things happen. The right hand goes as a fist to the hip. Shift the weight, left hand goes down, right hand fisted up, comes up, and out to deflect. Turn that wrist in, bring it to the hip as you parry with the left and punch with the right. The ending movement of the punch, the left hand should be in line with the bend of the right elbow. Strip the guy off of you, open your fingers, roll back and sit down, push him down, push him up, push him out. Then you're going to what? Pivot on the back and pivot on the front of the heel, okay? So both foot are weighted now, so we're gonna have to give up some weight of the back, and you're gonna pivot on your heel, pivot on your other heel, the front, hook the right hand or back hand, shift the weight to a T. The hand that's closer to your face now takes a turn outward as you place your heel down to do a single whip. Okay, let's do it all first and then we'll figure out how to do the details. Now, we want to get to the front, but we're going to have to swirl the back hand and rock the left foot because our weight has to be on the back, okay? Half step forward, swirl that right hand, weight on the back so that makes the front foot go on its heel, and then we're going to play our lute on our heel. Is that right? Is that right, Ken? Yeah. Repulse monkey? Is that right? Yeah. Center, higher, glance at the back. We're going backwards, all together. Ear, lift, toe, heel, pivot on the ball of our foot as we meet, slide back, push back. Lead with the toe, so you should be on the toe of your front. Left hand is higher, you're glancing at it, you're setting it up. 3 things happen. Ear, lift, toe, heel, meet in the center, repulse, final. And this is where I reposition you, but let's not do it this time, okay? You're gonna pivot on your front foot and you're gonna pirouette on your back still not going to work because you're not going to see me. But let's see how well you can do it just by listening, okay? So we're going to pivot on the heel of the front. We're going to put our toe of the back right, put the weight on our toe. Therefore, our right hand should be palms up to the ceiling, and our left hand should be in a cup position, 2 inches below your navel. You're going to kick out with your right heel and reposition your ball. Here we go. Kick out with your right heel, hold your ball, shift your weight to the front, out with your left heel, turn the ball, put the left hand to the forehead, maiden shuttles on her left. Sit back, sit down, instep, hold your ball, right heel out, right hand comes up to the forehead, maiden on her right. Okay, and then we lost you, but some of you are doing good, okay? So come back. So yeah, good. You can laugh about it because, you know, it's not easy teaching our old body how to move, okay? And it's not easy not to see someone and just listen and have interference and everything. So that's usually the general thing about any kind of dance. You need a mirror, you need someone to watch, you need to be in the right frame of mind, you need to concentrate, but ever so much more in Tai Chi, okay, because you're balancing. All right, this time we're going sideways, okay? And I know that this is only our 5th class, and I know that we're getting to harder stuff, okay? And it seems like I'm kind of dragging on the easier stuff in a way, yes, in a way I want to clean up those movements before we get into a little harder ones. All right, let's go to the left now, okay? Regular way. And then we'll stop it after a certain part, maybe, okay, maybe. All right, your Tai Chi posture. Commencing form, shift weight to the right, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, off the ground, open, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, rotate. Take a deep breath in as we elevate. Shoulder level, push down, use your core, flex your knees, make yourself small. T-stance, holding your ball. Don't move unless you're secure. Step out on an L, move the energy, bottom hand advances, turn the hips and waist, part the wild horse's mane. 1. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, walk in that zigzag, hold your ball for better balance. Out on an L, move the energy, bottom hand advances. 2. Half step forward means left foot on its toe as you form your ball. Spin your ball to the right as you sit back on your back foot, allows you to rock the front foot to the toe. Left hand is elevated as you watch. Lift off the ground, place it on your toe, set up the parameters for white crane spreads his wings. And drop that left foot so it's weighted. So the front foot is only on its toe without hardly any weight. Drop the front foot as you tuck the elbow in, bisect the body. Cut it in half. Swirl back with your right hand to look at your left hand that's higher. All together, 3 things. Ear, hand, and heel. Turn the hips and waist. Brush knee 1. Sit back, sit down, twist out, setting it up correctly. All together, brush knee 2. Sit back, sit down, twist out. Left hand high, right hand fisted by the hip. Shift your weight. Left hand comes down, right hand comes up, right heel comes up, deflect to the right. Turn it in, bring it to the hip as you parry. Step out to punch. Come back to that elbow now with the left hand. Strip the guy off of you, open your fingers, roll back, sit down, push him down, push him up, and push him out. This time we're going to pivot on our back heel and then our front heel. How are we going to do that? We're going to give some of the weight to our front to soften up that back and twist on the heel. The right hand moves towards the back. We pivot on the front. We shift our weight, form our hook, arm our T. Left hand comes across, then turn the fist, push out as you set up your single whip. Half step forward, swirl that back hand, sit on the back foot, rock the front foot, play your lute on your heel. Okay, weight on the back. Weight has to be on the back because we're going to repulse a monkey, and we need the stability of our back or right foot. Center the front hand, look at the right hand that's higher. All together, ear, lift, toe, heel. Pivot on the ball of the front of the foot as you meet in the middle. Slide back, push forward. One more repulsing. Lead with the toe, so that means the front foot is on his toe. As you open to the palm to the ceiling of the front, left hand higher, glancing, ready. Ear, toe, heel, pivot to the front, slide back. Here goes our pivot and our pirouette. So just remember, pivot is usually on its heel, pirouette is on its toe. So we're going to pivot on the heel of the front, and we're going to shift the weight, and here we are. You should be able to see me. We're on the toe, we're pirouetting on the toe. Our weight is on the back. On our hands, we have the left hand 2 inches below your navel, and the right hand, the palm is up and to the ceiling, as if we were holding a ball, but incorrectly. So we're going to correct that. The right toed foot is going to come out and swing to its heel, and you're going to reposition your ball. Here we go. Step out, kick out, reposition. You're sort of in the beyond the clock now, okay? You're going to shift your weight to the front. You're going to put your heel out, and you're going to turn the ball, and you're going to be ready to put the shuttlecock to the left. We're going to sit back and sit down. We're going to take an instep, and we're going to hold our ball. Our right foot is on its toe. As we spin the ball to the left, our heel of the right comes out. Ready? Spin, heel, turn, forehead, put the shuttlecock there. Good. Now we're going to the bottom of the sea. How? We're going to use our back or left foot and come up, put it on its toe, reposition, look to the clock wall, set up the left hand, and lift the front foot as we go down to the bottom of the sea. Sweep with the right. One hand comes up, 2 hands come up, then your foot, and stretch out with your knee and flash arms like a fan. Okay, don't worry about it, we'll cover it later. Sit back, sit down, twist, step, 12 o'clock. What happens? 9 o'clock? 2 things happen. Flip the hands. 1 thing happens. 2 things happen at 3, flip and close. 2 things happens at 9. And that's the end of cloud hands at 3. We close and we form a ball, and we turn it into a T stance, because we now want to ward off. Everybody knows how to ward off from 10 form. Step out, bottom hand advances to forearm your opponent. Turn your hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail, look down, look back, turn, contact, turn, push, separate, roll back, sit down, spiral up and out. Sit back, sit down, twist, step. T stance holding your ball. Step out, L, bottom hand advances, ward off. Make sure it's eye level. Turn hips and waist, grasp the bird's tail, sit down, sit back, turn at the hips and waist to look back, contact, turn at the hips and waist, push the energy from the middle, separate, roll back and sit down. spiral up and out. Apparently closing. Sit back, sit down. Twist. Drop that left hand. Pivot on the right. Right hand follows. Pivot on the right to come in. Right hand follows. Embrace the tiger. Right hand on the inside of the cross through the middle of your body. Weight it heavily on the left to allow the right foot to move over. Turn on the wrists. So now both palms are facing. You're about chest level. Bring the tiger closer to get that momentum to use on the left wrist to push out that energy. Separate the energy. Drop the shoulders, tuck the elbows, flex the knees. Gravity brings you back home as you lift off the ground to close your form. Okay, well, it's hard work, yeah? But 16 movements, you've done it, okay? Not really, kind of done roughly, but here we are, we can refine them, okay? And kind of smooth out those jagged edges. All right, not easy to teach too because you can't see everything about me, but ideal because we have cameras going every which way. So please use your online lessons to help yourself, okay? Scrub it back and forth. That's how Ken taught me how to do the 10, the 16, and the 88. Scrubbing back somebody else's videos and figuring it out, then teaching it to himself, then putting me off and saying, wait, I'm not ready for you, and then finally, you know, getting more into his journey to feel more confident and then teaching it to me. Same way with me. I won't teach you until I know a little bit.